Hey y'all, period. It's your girl Tara and I'm back with another video. So I don't know how I forgot. This is at the end of the video. Like, I'm done filming the video already. But I do remember that there is another part of this that I was supposed to put in here. So I'm gonna put it in here right now. So y'all gonna learn who Steven is in the next story time that's within this video. I had to go to Steven's house, which was, my house was right here, his house was right there. He lived next door to me. He lived with his mom, you know, because he was a kid as well, but he was way older than me. I had to go over her house, his mother's house. We're gonna call her Miss Candy. I had to go over Miss Candy's house because my cousin SpongeBob was going out. And normally when she went out, I would stay in the house by myself at that age. So I don't know why she randomly wanted me to go somewhere that day. But she asked me, do you want to go over Miss Kern's house, which didn't have any children nowhere near my age? Or do you want to go to Miss Candy's house? And Miss Candy lived right next door. So I wouldn't have to walk around Miss Kern's house by myself. I didn't want to do that. So I didn't want to go to Miss Kern's house. So I wanted to go over Miss Candy's house that lived right next door to me. She has a daughter, or she has multiple daughters. She had a granddaughter that I was cool with. She and her son that I was cool with. So she said, you know, she called over to see if I could stay over there until she came back. Mind you, it was about 10, 11 o'clock at night when she left. So as a kid, I'm gonna fall asleep. We were just all chilling. She fell asleep. He fell asleep. I fell asleep. We all fell asleep. But I fell asleep last because I was trying to stay woke, because I remember she said, don't go to sleep. I'm going to be right back. She specifically told me to just sit in there until she come back. So she come back about 5 hours later. 3, 4 o'clock in the morning. I had a free phone at the time, so I didn't hear my phone ringing. My phone fell on the couch when I was asleep. I didn't hear no calls. I had about 34 missed calls, 17 messages, voicemails, everything. She was blowing my phone up. Next thing you know, she about 5 minutes away. I finally wake up and see my phone. I see that she called me. I call her back. She get the blowing my eardrum out through the phone, like real bad. So I answer the phone. I'm like, no, I fell asleep. It's like, I told you, but don't go to sleep. I'm about to come there and beat you up. Well, she said, F you up. All of a sudden, so I'm scared to death. So she finally get there. She comes in the house, drags me out the house by my hair. And, you know, he told me later that he did go in the house and tell his mother that she dragged me out the house by my hair. And I got in trouble for falling asleep. But he went to go open up the door, because that's not my house, so I'm not going to open up the door. He went to go open up the door, and she come all the way up those 12 steps, drag me down them steps by my hair, drag me into the house, because our house was right next door, drag me up the steps, beat me up real bad outside, in his house, in my house, in like the little square section right before you walk up the steps, beat me up there, drag me up our steps, didn't even shut their door, drag me up our steps, bangs my head onto the grill multiple times, choking me, slamming me, pulling my hair out, all of that. Just because as a kid, I fell asleep at somebody's house while she went out to go party with her friends. Like, what? Like, when I say banged my head on the grill multiple times, like we had like this really, as soon as you walk up the steps, if anybody know how Latrobe houses are, if you walk in the door, it's like flat floor. It's like a little square of flat floor, and then it's immediately steps. And then as soon as you get at the top of the steps, it's like a little hallway. And within that hallway, there was a really big gas grill. She banging my head on the grill, talking about, I told you about being grown. You don't go to sleep over nobody's house, and I told you to stay up. You could have stayed up, and then you wasn't answering your phone. What was you doing? Why you wasn't answering the phone? I gave you a phone so you could talk to me, and you wasn't answering. Being sneaky, being grown. When I say banging my head on the grill, so my head is busted. She busted the back of my head. Busted my head bleeding, act like she used to see it. So I go upstairs, I feel the back of my head is bleeding. So you know, I'm crying over that, and they could hear everything because they live right next door. The walls is about that thick, so they heard everything. He was like, dang, he was like, I really felt bad. He was like, I'm sorry, I'm sorry I didn't really hear it. This is like weeks after, well, probably like days after, I didn't hear your phone ringing. If I heard it ringing, you know, I would have woke you up. He was like, I'm sorry that happened to you. He was like, because we heard everything. That's basically what happened. And I got my head busted open and dragged out of the house and beat up on because I fell asleep at Steven's house. That's the story that I was supposed to have been saying in the beginning of the thing, but we're gonna get back on track with the main story. Hey y'all, period! It's your girl Tara and I'm back with another video.
Hit him with that club, make a nigga act right. Broke boys don't deserve no touch. Can you play that again? Break back, listen, another break back, listen, another break back, listen, another break back, another belly band, take a
Hey y'all, period. It's your girl Tara and I am back with another video, episode 2 of my traumatic childhood series. So y'all, okay, so now back on track of the video. If you are new here, please like, comment, and subscribe. And if you are a returning subscriber, don't forget to like, comment, and share the video with a friend. And we're gonna get to it. So y'all, today we're gonna be talking about how I was having sex at 11 and the whole neighborhood knew. So I said it like that because, you know, that's not what happened, okay? So I said it like that to say I was not having sex at 11, but the whole neighborhood did think so. Because if you watched my previous video, you would know who SpongeBob is. SpongeBob is the cousin who raised me. If you did not watch my previous video, you should stop right here, go to the previous video, and watch that whole video, and then come back and finish watching this video. So you can know, so you won't be, you know, confused about anything. I lived in the projects when I was younger until I was 16. So the whole time I lived with SpongeBob, we lived in literal projects in Baltimore City. Okay, yeah. And I was the bougie kid from Latrobe, you know. Everybody thought because I looked, you know, nice, my hair was done, I had nice clothes on, that I just had everything going on in life for me. However, I was, you know, because I gotta give y'all a background, you know, of every story. I gotta remind y'all, yes, I was abused, physically abused, hit with extension cords, getting out of the tub, hit with charger cords, bottles thrown at me, hit in my mouth with A1 sauce bottle. My lips was this big. I have a picture that I will insert right there somewhere. This picture right here, this is what my eye looked like when I think I was probably about 14 or 15. But I think it was 15 when that happened. And that's gonna be for another story time. However, my neighbor moved in. You know, SpongeBob was talking to, we're gonna call her Miss Candy. SpongeBob and Miss Candy was talking. They just moved in. They were, you know, they were cool. You know, they were beginning to be cool. That was like their first date there. And she was, you know, introducing herself and, you know, to SpongeBob and things like that because she was a new person and she had a son. My friend, okay, we're gonna call him Steven, okay? So Steven, you know, was Miss Candy's son. And Steven was a couple of years older than me. When I met him, he was in high school. So I was still in middle school, just starting middle school. So it would be weird for us to be mingling around, right? Right. So he, you know, we became friends because he was like my next door neighbor. He would always be outside. I would always be outside. Everything was cool, you know. Their parents were really cool, you know, so we would always hang out. And my cousin SpongeBob would always put on this persona like she just loved kids so much, and she, you know, would just do anything to make them be happy, and, you know, she just loved everybody's children. Meanwhile, in her head, she was trying to figure out ways how to destroy people's lives and how to destroy people's reputation by lying by any means necessary. Okay? So she called my whole entire family, lying, telling them that me and Steven had sex. Okay? So mind you, again, Steven was at least 3 to 4 years older than me. If he's 5 years older than me, I wouldn't be surprised, but at least 3 to 4 years older than me. I think I met him when I was in the 3rd grade. Okay, so this is 3rd grade. So however old you are in 3rd grade, plus a year, because my cousin also didn't let me go to summer school like I was supposed to, because I failed the 2nd grade because she never took me to school. Yeah. So yeah, I was however old you are in the 3rd grade plus a year. I was at my house minding my business, and well, actually no, I was outside, you know, everything's fine. Me, Steven, all these other people used to go up the street and just hang out outside, be kids, talk, laugh, dance, play, you know, just do what kids do outside. And this particular day, we didn't go outside that day. However, I have a friend, we're gonna call her Diamond. She, in everybody's name, starts with the letter of their real name. So Diamond, my friend, whose house I used to stand in front of and just be outside all the time, she came to knock on my door. My cousin went upstairs and she was like, ooh, we're busting her name. And she was like, Diamond, come here real quick. So Diamond proceeded to go upstairs and talk to my cousin. So she was giving her a whole rundown of what she was about to, what scandal she was about to lie and about to proceed on doing. So she told my friend Diamond that, you know, all of the stuff, but Diamond didn't tell me. So I'm thinking they just having a regular normal conversation. Diamond comes downstairs shortly after that and said, I have to leave, but SpongeBob wants you to come upstairs. So my cousin want me to come upstairs after she get finished talking to Diamond. That's weird. It's like, what she want me for? She's like, okay, I gotta leave. So she's leaving because she know that my cousin is about to lie and tell me this all of the stuff that she found out. My cousin SpongeBob told me that she got the information from Diamond that Breeze that lived, but she didn't live across the street. She would only come and be across the street like during the summer or the weekends when she didn't have to go to school, when she wanted to come over her aunt's house. So she said that Breeze said that I was having sex with Steven, and at this point in time he's in high school. So I'm just started middle school, like just getting fresh out of elementary school. So that already looks weird for him. So the lie was Steven and I were in an abandoned house in the middle of the projects having sex, and he ended up telling all of his friends and he ended up telling his girlfriend or something like that, which was Breeze. And Breeze told Diamond that, and Diamond told SpongeBob, and SpongeBob came to me and approached me about it because as her child, really as her cousin, but as her child, I, you know, should be approached about something like that. And she was like, you know, adding all of this stuff like, you know, people seeing you, he told all his friends and things like that. And I'm thinking like, I've never been in the house by myself with this boy before. So I know that nothing ever happened. And she just used to lie on him all the time. Like one time we were just standing next to each other outside, and she lied and said that we was in the backyard of the projects kissing while I was trying to walk my dog. I was walking my dog, and we were talking while I was walking my dog. And she looked out the back window and was like, Tara, get the F in this house. Da, 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 da. You want to be outside being grown? Being all loud. Now everybody in the court thinking that I'm being grown and outside kissing this older boy when that wasn't even the case. Like, and years later, she approached this boy and was like, you remember you and Tara was in the back kissing? Like, what? Why would you approach him and say something like that when you know that he know and I know that that wasn't what was going on? Why would you approach him and ask him that? However, she would just lie on him all the time about just doing stuff. So she said that to his mother. No, she didn't say that to his mother, but she said it to everybody else except for his mother. That's what I meant to say. She said it to everybody else in the court. So they all like, you know, I don't want my child around him because he's, you know, about to be grown almost, you know, trying to hump on little girls. You need to call the police on him, you know. And I should have knew something was up because she didn't call the police. Like, you should have called the police. But she called all of these people, everybody in my family. She called my cousins. She called my grandfather. She called my loud aunt that was sitting here telling everybody everything. Loudmouth aunt. We're going to call her Loudmouth Aunt Raina. We're going to call her, and she told everybody in the family. Somehow it got to my grandfather. And I called him Pop-Pop, and I answered the phone like, hey, Pop-Pop. But she gave me the phone like, you know, my cousin SpongeBob gave me the phone like, your grandfather want to talk to you. This is still in the myth. She had this going on for 2 weeks. Lying to everybody in the family. Lying to me like I don't know what was true and what was not true. Every single day calling me in the bathroom while she was in the bathroom in a tub looking all saggy, talking about some, you know, I know what's going on. When we go to the doctors, we're going to find out if it's true. She really booked a doctor's appointment and had me go to the doctor's appointment and have them evaluate me to make sure I wasn't having sex when I was 11 years old with this boy who was probably almost 18 years old. Just automatically took me to the doctors because I'm being grown. What? Anyway, so I'm on the phone with my grandfather, and my grandfather is like, hey, you know, being a granddad, you're not supposed to be doing any of that. You're too young for that. You don't even need to be worried about that. You know, and then I'm hearing that the guy is older. Don't let anybody influence you. And I'm thinking like, Pop-Pop, I didn't do anything, you know? But as a child in that household, you can't say you didn't do something that an adult saying that you did do, because then you would be considered a liar. So I would always get in trouble because at that point in time, I ain't do nothing. I was letting everybody know that said something to me. I didn't do nothing. Because, you know, when you get in trouble in a black household, they call everybody and their grandmother to tell them what happened, and you don't even be knowing those people. Like, why you got to tell? I can't even say my business because it wasn't my business because it wasn't true. But why you got to go telling folks all of that type of stuff, and that's not even true? So weeks later, we went to the hospital, you know, well, the clinic or whatever, my regular doctor's office. And she had them evaluate me. And it was just so awkward. Like, I'm 11. And she was all on the phone with people like, yeah, because when them doctors tell me to step out the room, I ain't stepping out the room for nothing. That's my child. I don't got to step out the room for nothing. If they're going to evaluate her, they're going to do it in front of me because I need to know what's going on. And they don't need to try to lie for her and nothing like that. If she is doing anything, I'm going to F her up in that hospital. They're going to take me to jail when you want to foster kids since you want to be grown. That's exactly what she said to me. She said that so many times on the way to the hospital, so many times before. She really took the time out of her day to make up a whole lie. Okay? So I'm like, okay, I go to the hospital. They say, you know, they ask me questions. They examine me, nothing is going on. They said they let her know nothing is going on. She, you know, after that gonna ask me if I wanted some pizza. Why would I want some pizza? Like, what? So anyway, she asked me if I wanted some pizza. I'm like, I guess. What else am I gonna say? I guess. Mind you, we see my aunt Raina loudmouth Aunt Raina, big loudmouth Aunt Raina, we see her at the clinic while I'm there with her son, and she is like, oh, well, niece, I hope that, you know, because she the same way with her children, beating the mess out of them for nothing and just real abusive and things like that. So she like, I hope that's not going on. If that's, you know, not the case, then can I get my niece this weekend? So, you know, of course that wasn't the case. So she kept her word and she let me go over her house that weekend. I really didn't want to go because I knew that she already had told everybody by the time I got over there, and she did. So she told everybody, and they was all like, what was going on? Why did she think that? You know, thinking that I'm lying. Why would she think that? Why would she just lie on you like that? She an adult, she ain't gonna lie on you. You was really doing that, but they just didn't find. Girl, like, hush. They just wanted something to really be going on. You know, terrible. I ended up seeing my friend. I thought she was my friend, you know. I ended up seeing my friend Diamond in the beginning. You know, from the beginning. I ended up seeing her. I seen her outside one day. This is months later. I ended up seeing her, and we ended up going, just hanging out outside. So then once Breeze came, because Breeze doesn't really, you know, stay around there a lot. Once Breeze came, it had to been during like a weekend or a break or something like that. This is after I'm not punished anymore or anything, you know. And she really had me punished for like those 2 weeks, knowing that she came up with that lie. Like, what? Beat me knowing that she came up with that lie. Anyway, Breeze came over her aunt's house. She wanted Diamond to walk her to the store. Diamond asked me, hey, Breeze said, do you want to go to the store as well? I said no, because in my mind, I'm like, I'm about to go approach Breeze, because Breeze lied and told my cousin that I was having sex with her boyfriend, and she got me in trouble, and I want to know why she lied on me, or I want to know, where did that lie actually come from? So they walking up the street to go to the store, because I'm like, no, I don't want to go. So they get up the street, so I'm like, I'm actually going to go approach her. So I run up the street, whatever, catch up with them, and because I couldn't go around the corner, so I had to catch them before they went around the corner. So I was just like, Breeze, why would you lie to SpongeBob and tell her that I had sex with Steven? And she was like, girl, what? What did you talking about? You don't come and approach me like that. Da, 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 da. Mind you, I thought me and her was cool, like, but she's closer in age to Diamond than she was to me. So that's why I guess she took it disrespectfully. But it was just like, any other time when we're talking about anything, you don't never, you know, try to who you talking to. But that, she was mad. She was like, I guess, you know, the fact of what I said, I'm having sex with my boyfriend, she probably like, what's going on? I ain't know nothing about that. So she like, I don't know what you're talking about. Don't run up on me talking about nothing like that. You know, basically get out my face type thing. And I'm just like, no, don't lie on me no more about nothing else, because nobody had sex with your boyfriend, because you got me in trouble and I was punished all of that time. And I got a beating for it. And she was like, okay, like what? So her and Diamond proceeded to walk to the store. While her and Diamond was walking to the store, Diamond told her. Diamond didn't tell me. Diamond told her. Because Diamond should have told me that day before she left, so I could have knew what was up. But Diamond didn't tell me that day. Diamond told Breeze while they was walking to the store, you know, everything that happened, everything that my cousin lied about, the cousin that was raising me lied about, and told her just everything that was going on, everybody that was involved in it. And she, even thinking about it, my cousin used to just like pull Steven to the door, like, hey Steven, let me talk to you for a minute. Tara told me that y'all had sex in this house and da 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 da, in this vacant house and stuff like that. And he was like, no, Miss SpongeBob, that never happened. And all of a sudden, a third, I don't know why she tell you something like that. Can I talk to her? Because I want to see, you know, why she was sit there and say that and that didn't happen, you know. She's like, oh no, she upstairs, she punished, she can't, no. And I'm just like, I'm listening because I'm cleaning up, because every time I got in trouble, I would have to clean up the whole entire house, her room included. Clean up her room, my room, the bathroom, the kitchen. I cleaned the kitchen and the bathroom in the living room and everywhere else in the house every single day. But when I was punished, I had to add her room to it and mop the floors and all of the extra stuff. Basically being Cinderella. So back to the regular timeline of the story. After Diamond told Breeze that and they came back from the store, Breeze went in the house to tell her aunt, which was cool with my cousin SpongeBob. So Diamond finally decided to tell me what was going on after she told Breeze. And Diamond came to say, you know, everything that was going on and stuff like that. And by the time Diamond got finished telling me, my cousin was furious, calling me. I heard her from all the way upstairs in the house. Tara, come in right now. I come in the house. She all like, why would you go say something to Breeze about, you got Breeze aunt calling me talking about you want to go approach her about you, about the whole thing with you having sex with Stephon. I already took you to the hospital and they said that you wasn't, so it wasn't no reason for you to go say nothing to that girl. After she just lied to me, you gonna tell me it wasn't no reason to say nothing to that girl? Are you crazy? Like what? So she was all like, she was mad at the fact that I said something to her. Like she was just mad that she got caught in that lie. So, you know, Breeze, you know, went home to her aunt like, yeah, somebody lied on me and said this and that and the third. So she went to, you know, when my cousin came to me, she was really mad. She was like, you don't go approach nobody, asking them no questions, because what if she would have hit you, then what? Because you just don't do that. If I tell you something that somebody said, you don't go run your mouth telling them nothing. You don't want me to go and say nothing to nobody that lied on me? Like what? Like, okay. So that's another story about how my cousin lied to the whole neighborhood and told them that I was having sex at 11 and almost got the guy locked up because she wanted to lie. Okay, yeah, so that's a crazy story, right? Because as a 40-something-year-old woman, or 38, 39, I think she was at the time, do that sound right to you? Like, do that sound like you're right in the head? Because you're really not. Like, it didn't make sense. I'll see y'all next time with another story on the 3rd episode of my traumatic childhood series. So don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.
Band take a member, band take a member, listen, y'all can party. Band take a member, listen, y'all can party. Band take a member, listen, y'all can party. Band take a member, listen, y'all can.